Boys, I'm very excited. We are back in the Resident Evil theme. I'm currently reviewing the upcoming Project W chapter, which will bring us 2 brand new survivors as well as one exceedingly handsome killer. Gotta love the shades, bro. Let's start off with Wesker, a.k.a. the Mastermind. Superior Anatomy. When a survivor performs a fast vault within 8 meters of you, this perk activates. The next time you vault a window, your vaulting speed is increased by 40%. This perk is a 30-second cooldown. Ooh, starting off with a really juicy chasing perk. Awakened Awareness. When carrying a survivor, you can see the aura of other survivors within 20 meters of your position. Auras revealed that way stay visible for 2 seconds after you stop carrying the survivor. Pair this with Lethal Pursuer, you get 4 seconds of aura reading, you get all the information in the world. This is amazing. And his third perk is Terminus. When exit gates are powered, this perk activates. While Terminus is active, injured, downed and hooked survivors are inflicted with the broken status effect until gates are open. When the gates are open, survivors will stay broken for an additional 30 seconds. Let's take a look at his power now. Virulent Bound. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Press and hold the power button to charge a bound attack. While charging, the Mastermind moves slightly slower as he prepares his strike. When charged, press the attack button to bound. If the Mastermind hits a survivor, that survivor becomes infected, or furthers a current infection. Should the Mastermind crash into something during this bound, he will slam the survivor, causing damage. If not, the survivor is thrown, losing a health set if they are thrown into any solid object. If Virulent Bound hits a drop pallet or vault location, the Mastermind vaults over the obstacle. And yes, my friends, that actually means that Mastermind can vault pallets just like Legion does. Special effect Ouroboros Infection. Upon being hit by Virulent Bound, survivors become infected. Infected builds over time, and when fully infected, the survivor suffers from the hindered effect. If a Virulent Bound grabs and slams a survivor while they are fully infected, the Mastermind will automatically carry them. And then we also have special interaction First Aid Spray. At the beginning of each trial, several supply crates spawn. Each contains a first aid spray. When infected, a survivor can use the first aid spray on themselves or another, removing the infection. Each first aid spray has a set number of charges. The infected mechanic does remind a little of Nemesis, I guess that's just a Resident Evil thing, with the difference being that Nemesis gets stronger when he infects survivors, while the Mastermind weakens survivors when they are infected. Let's take a look at his base stats now. Because boy, oh look at that terror radius, 40 meters. That is the largest base terror radius on any killer in Dead by Daylight, only surpassed by Huntress Song, which has a terror radius of 45 meters, and on par with Legion's Frenzy, which also has a terror radius of 40 meters. Which actually does make a lot of sense, because you get a fast vault perk, you can vault pallets, you want to be chasing those survivors, you want to keep the infection going and weaken them bit by bit. Let's move to the next one.
I hate playing other people's games.
Ada Wong, the first of 2 brand new survivors. Alright, let's take a look at her perks. No, not what you're thinking right now. Wiretap. After repairing a generator for a total of 33%, this perk activates. After repairing a generator for at least 3 seconds, press the ability button to install a wiretap, which stays active for 80 seconds. The aura of trap generators are revealed in yellow to all survivors. When a killer enters within 14 meters of the trap generator, the aura is revealed to all survivors. Damaging the generator destroys the wiretap. Ooh, I like this one. Giving information about the killer across the entire map? Yes, please. And then we also have Reactive Healing. When another survivor loses a health state in a 32-meter radius around you while you are injured, instantly increase your healing progression by 35% of the missing healing progression. So that means if 3 health state losses occur in a 32-meter radius around me, I will automatically heal from being injured. However, this does not work when you're in a dying state. And the last one is Low Profile. When you become the last survivor, this perk activates. Hide your scratch marks and pools of blood for 90 seconds. Extremely situational, but it can make for some fun plays in the late game. And then we also have Rebecca Chambers. Let's see what she has in store for us. Better Than You. Upon completing a healing action on another survivor, the targeted survivor gets a 6% speed boost to repairing generators, healing, opening chests and cleansing totems for 35 seconds. Very nice. Reassurance. When within a 6-meter radius around a hooked survivor, use the active ability button to pause the struggle progression for 30 seconds. If they are on the struggle phase, it also pauses the struggle skill checks. Reassurance has a 40-second cooldown. Wait a second, no way that's real. What this essentially means is you can walk up to a hooked survivor, press your ability button, and pause their struggle progression for 30 seconds. You can then loop around or hide and go back later with a downtime of only 10 seconds. And now think about what happens if 2 survivors bring reassurance. You can extend the struggle phase for an unlimited amount of time. Oh boy, I might be wrong here, but this actually does sound pretty broken. Okay, let's see what else she got. Hyper Focus. After hitting a great skill check while repairing or healing, this perk gains 1 token up to a maximum of 6 tokens. Each token then increases the chance of skill check triggers by 2%, the skill check cursor speed by 4%, and the bonus progression for great skill checks by 30% of its base value. The perk loses all tokens in case of normal skill checks, skill check fails, or if the action is stopped by any means. So this will make skill checks progressively harder, but I imagine if you're a god gamer and keep hitting those, you're going to greatly increase your parrying and healing speeds. Anyways, that wraps up all the new perks. Comment down below what you think about them or if you want to see gameplay of those. Have a good one.